And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's match for Lion League's Season 3. Tonight we have the the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers versus the Royal Armoured Corps B team. Tonight's matchup we have is Hardpoint on Garrison, Search and Destroy Moscow, Control on Raid, Hardpoint Raid, and Search and Destroy on Checkmate. The players for today on the RAC side, we've got Meerkat, James, Sam H, Rich, and Youngie. And for the REME side, we have Techniques, Millsy, Ish, and Rydog. So we've got a couple of things to talk about very quickly. One of the things to talk about is the spectacular match the REME had against the Royal Signals initially. It was very impressive to see. And there were a few. There's a bit of confusion for me and the producer when we were just getting this set up. We were trying to sort out teams because there's two people I believe to be RAC side, but I've just discovered a REME. That would be Techniques and Ish. In the past, they have played for the RAC as attached arms, but I guess they just didn't make the cut for this this season for the RAC side. I'm going to get a firm telling off from them in a bit, but there was a spectacular match for them against the Royal Signals for the first match of their first match of the Lions League. Then we have the RAC B team, who, unfortunately, over on the RAC Twitch had gotten a bit of a bloody nose when they challenged the Gunners. They had a strong lead initially, but but by the end of it, they turned it around, and it was absolutely devastating to watch happen. I had Foggy on the comms, and just so everyone knows, unfortunately, due to connectivity issues, I'm not going to have a co-cast tonight, so I'm going to do my best to try and keep up with things. So I'm looking forward to today's match. We are going to have an excellent match today. I'm just so excited to see, especially with Techniques and Ish being on a different team. I'm excited to see how I can see the chat. People are shouting. We got REME, we got RAC in the chat. I'm loving it. But can the leaderboards be correct as well? I'll pass that information on. But at the moment, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to love this. Especially, we had some cool. I'm going to transition to the game shortly. I'll just carry on my points for a moment. But on the RAC side, we had some strong plays. Even though the team lost to the Gunners, they didn't go down quietly. I see chat sparking up now. There we go. But we've got Meerkat was a surprise addition. I had not met Meerkat. I still have yet to meet Meerkat officially. I probably should look her into doing that. But Meerkat was a spectacular player. And now we got James, who has played for the RAC for, I won't say a terribly long time, but he's made his point. He's made a footnote in the team, and he's done so well that he's now part of the Army's Esports team, which is incredible to see. Sam H. Rich, one of my boys. Okay, cool. We're switching into game now while the menu loads. No, we're in game straight away. There we go. Let's see what we got. We've got the REME being played by the BND blue side, and we have the Royal Armoured Corps being played by the HVA red side. So at the minute we're on Sam HR's perspective, switching over to Millsy. At the minute we've got a strong lead from the RAC straight away onto the hard point, but at the moment it's contested, and there we go. The REME are now onto the point. Got a strong contest. Got a strong lockdown now. We might see a turnaround quite quickly on Rydog's perspective. Now onto Youngie. And if we see, we've still got that AK-74U meta at the minute. Everyone is loving that weapon, but we've just seen Youngie pick up the AK-5 weapon. He's taken out, and then back onto Rydog. Rydog is standing his ground here, but as we can see, he's got a spectacular mutual support from his allies. That's what's given them this advantage here. And now we're on to P2, and we've already got it straight away. We already have a massive lead and control from the REME. And we just saw there a moment ago, Millsy's on a 5 kill streak already this early into the match. Oh, but there goes James taking out Rydog. No jokes, James quite a strong player, especially now making the Army Esports team. He changed his name the moment that happened, the pride that comes with that. Oh, but at the moment they are struggling massively with the REME now, nearly 5 times the amount of points that the RAC have. But there we go, the RAC now taking P2. We go now control on the position, but only for 20 seconds. It's better to turn it around now than never. It's a good opportunity here. The moment we're just on Youngi's perspective. Youngi just being cautious, holding his ground. He's going to be the one they leave behind there just to capture in the last 2 seconds. Always good to do. Now we've got Meerkat prepared to go on to P3 straight away. Oh, but he's taken out by Ish. Back onto Rydog. And we're onto P3 now, but as we can see, we've got control by the REME. A strong defense team here. Yeah, spectacular at that defense. The REC are struggling to take the offense to them. So the issue I can see from both teams at the minute, primarily from the RAC, is that they are just struggling to hold that position. Well, not hold, but capture the objective. Both teams are doing spectacularly well to hold the position. Oh, there we go. Millsy taken out by a double team there. Coming in to clear the position. Oh, but he runs out of ammo. Oh, but there we go. That was Ish clearing the position, taking out Youngi. There we go, using the XM4 with, I'm going to call it the meta loadout because everyone loves the red dot sight for the clarity of the sight. Now onto Millsy, back onto Meerkat. Meerkat, quite a strong player in the last RAC. I've just seen the emotes in the chat. I'm loving it, guys. I love the support for the teams. There's clearly a big majority for one side at the moment, so hopefully it starts turning around in the chat. Techniques and James. Rydog again. The REME have got such a dominant lead at the minute with these controls. They've got over double the points now that the RAC have. They are in such a strong lead. Oh, but as I say that, it goes Rydog, and now the RAC are onto P4 control. They are struggling ever so slightly, but as I say that again, the REME now control of the position. They are struggling quite a bit now, the RAC. They're starting to lag it behind just a bit. They're soon going to be 100 points behind. Oh, and there goes Techniques taken out by James Meerkat. Again, the AK-74U meta just did the power of having the maneuverability and rate of fire of an SMG with the control and range of a assault rifle, which is a spectacular weapon. Let's use it. We have Summit Char with the XM4. What's he taking out? Rydog with his grenade there. Unlucky that central system didn't save him. Ooh, onto Techniques. Techniques going to be one of the old RAC players. He's pulled a Benedict Arnold swap teams. You know. Yeah, I guess it's fair enough. He is REME at the end of the day. He can play for his team, but it's always devastating to see players from the RAC leave. And he's doing such an incredible job, even with the team switch up. You can tell that Ish and Techniques have been training well along with Rydog and Millsy. And the RAC have definitely they've definitely improved off of their last matches where they started to flake in the second half of matches. Looks like they're starting to go stronger, but at the minute they have got 100 points behind and they are excessively struggling. The lead held by the REME is spectacular at the moment. They are such a strong contending team at this moment. We're coming close. Oh, but there we go. We've got control for the RAC. Still 100 points behind, but still very much capable of bringing this back as long as they stay on the point. Right now, it's oh no, oh, and there we go. That was a poor choice. Trying to take the ladder there, trying to challenge Millsy when he had the high ground. As we know, attacking the high ground is never what you want to do because you won't win. Onto Techniques now. Techniques just holding the point. They're coming up to the 200 point mark for the REME, and then they'll be at 50 points left to go. Nearly triple soon what the RAC currently hold. Oh, and as I say that, the RAC come in for the last 15 seconds. They need to stop pushing up them stairs. They need to stay on the point a little bit longer. And the points. But now it seems no one's on the point, and it's just turned into a slugging match on the outside for the battle for P2. It looks like Youngi is the first one to P2. There we go. That's exactly what the RAC needed there, just to hold it, to get its momentum back. And yeah, there we go. Meerkat taking out Techniques, Youngi taking out Millsy in the feed. This is where the RAC are now going to hopefully do the Phoenix effect and turn it around and bring this match back, because they are starting to struggle. They were starting to struggle a bit initially. Again, this is a trademark of the RAC. They let their enemy get the upper hand just to know how their enemy plays first. But it is... Oh, and there we go. As I say that, Rydog and... Can't tell who it is off the top of my head. Oh, no, James on the point to clear it. Taking out Rydog. And now we got the REC back on control. Just under 90 points behind. They can absolutely bring this back. They're not far behind. They just need to hold control of these points. Oh, come on. There we go. Youngie. Excellent. They just need to get ready to get onto that point in a second. And there we go. Youngie straight onto the point, contesting it. And that was an excellent long shot from Youngie as well, especially the AKS-74U. Youngie absolutely standing his ground here as the only one on the position at this moment. Oh, as I said, he's got reinforcements from Sam. He's got Sam to back him up, and Meerkat and James in the rear with the gear to shoot longer range and just contest the position on the alleyway to the right on the map. But at the moment, the REC are absolutely holding this point. They're now starting to give the REME a bloody nose. Oh, and there we go. And as I say that, they're starting to flake a little. Youngie just praying to the gods that he can hold this point because they are in such a good place now, the REC. Oh, but Youngie's taken out. And now we have Millsy on the position. Millsy's in a good spot here. The REC team are going to struggle just to get over that position. It looks like they might not even bother to. It looks like they may go straight for P3. Sorry, P4, my mistake. Oh, who's on P4 first? No one at the moment. The time is burning, and the REME are currently holding it. No, and the REC are not currently holding it. We might see a turnaround from the REC. The REME have now got to be sweating. They're only 41 points away from it. It's that pressure that comes with the moment may be a bit of a fear factor. Oh, there we go. Oh, and as I say that, the REME had it. The REME have still got it. If they can hold this for the next, if they can hold it for the remainder of the time, we may see a victory on the next position. It's just starting to turn into a bit of a slugging match. Is that fight for the position? We're not going to see a victory on this one for the REME, so the REME have got to. The REME have to hold that next position at P1, or no, incorrect. Sorry, P5. I'm starting to get mixed up with my own positions now. It's just going a bit too quickly for me. This is definitely a harder one. They need 15 seconds on the point, and that is it for REME. The REC are struggling in. Millsy absolutely slaying on long ranges. Youngie coming in. Oh, but there goes Youngie. No one's on the point. They're 8 points away from the REME winning. Millsy just watching his foot, watching the positions they may come from. There we go. 2 points away. It's contested, and there we go. That's the first round won for the REME. It's an excellent round to begin with. So we got the final kill count. The best play went to Youngie. Let's have a look. That was a very good round for both teams there. Youngie takes, there we go, he takes out him, he takes out Rydog, he takes out, it looks like Ish, yep, that's Ish. Now we're going to see the long shot on Millsy. Yeah, no, just cuts off as we see the long shot on Millsy. Cool. We'll transition shortly back to my camera, I believe. There we go, as I said it. So, off that match, that was incredible. That was an incredibly tight match there. But the REME just had it in the bag. Initially, the REME had such a strong lead, but the REC started to take it back ever so slightly. And with that opportunity, I thought the REC may have had the chance to bring it back. I'm a bit gutted. I can't say I'm too upset, but I'm happy to see that the REME are doing so well. It is definitely keeping their strong streak from their first match. So it'd be good to see what happens in our next round in Search and Destroy in Moscow. So Search and Destroy. Apologies, my throat is drier than the Sahara Desert right now. I'm not going to drink on stream just yet. I'll wait for my 2-minute smoke break. But the REME did it spectacularly well there with mutual support. That is a strong thing they did there. The REC just struggled there just to get onto the point is what they really had the difficulty with. If they were there on the point initially and they could set up a defense, that would do the trick massively. But I see the chat's calling me. It's good to see it. Could see that everyone from the REME side loving it. I can see I've got some support from myself. Thanks, guys. Cool. So we'll go for a very short break. And I'm just gonna get a drink myself. Assuming the players are gonna get loadouts ready for the Search and Destroy, but we should all look forward to it. Hopefully we'll cut away shortly.
It's a new understanding to get into a place where you can use your thoughts to maximum effect.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just having some technical difficulties on our side. So in the meantime, I thought I'd at least mention some of the things that are happening over the next few days for the Lions League and the British Army Esports and Tri-Service Esports, and an even bigger one, NATO Esports, you could say. So for the first event I want to mention, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. UK GMT British time, the good times. I'm unsure for international viewers. You'll just have to do the math yourself. We have got the British Army Esports, the Royal Armoured Corps versus the Estonian Defence League on Armour 3. It'll be 3 rounds. It'll be very good. I'm going to be on productions for that, but I won't be casting. We've got 2 very professional individuals ready for that. I would highly suggest you stop by tomorrow on the British Army Esports page to give that a watch, because I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. Then once that stream's wrapped up at 19:30, we have the inter-service F1 competition. I'm not as thumbed up on this at the moment, so I will do my best to talk about it. But I believe it is the Army Tri-Service, to my knowledge. If I get anything wrong, please let me know, chat, and you guys can update me, because I'm sure someone in here is the SME on it. But it's Tri-Service F1 Racing. It is what it says on the the tin. And something that's not being broadcasted at 1900 tomorrow, we have the Solos Warzone event for the Lions League. That'll be quite interesting. Obviously not being broadcasted, and I don't do the Warzone side of stuff at all, as it's not my preferred game mode personally. But other things we should mention as well is, if the REME win this match, 3 rounds victory, They will then be first place victor on the league completely. And then the RAC A team, Royal Artillery, and the REME, and the Royal Engineers. Apologies, I'm reading off notes that look like chicken scratch because my handwriting is absolutely despicable. So sorry, the Royal Artillery, Royal Armoured Corps A team, and the Royal Engineers will then be tied for second. To my knowledge, if I'm doing this correctly, I'm sure I'll be informed in a moment if I'm incorrect. And in the event that the Royal Armoured Corps B team win today, they will then be tied for first with the Royal Artillery, the Royal Armoured Corps A team, the REME, and the Royal Engineers, which that is quite a big thing to play for, because tying for first, very strong to do. I can see Tango Hall in the chat. Lovely to see. It's good to see that a lot of the players are supporting each other this way. It is brilliant to see. I love it. But and just having technical difficulties at the minute. I'm unsure what's going on. So it's player side, I believe. So hopefully nothing's gone too wrong. But while we're here, we might as well talk about the next map, which is Search and Destroy in Moscow. So Moscow is very, very notorious map for open line of sight and very close quarters fighting. In fact, I do have a map of it up here just now. Oh, my throat is an absolute bobbins. But I can see the chat. So if I ask chat right now, who do they think is going to win this Search and Destroy match? I'll see what chat says. Who do they think is going to win, the REME or the RACB team for tonight? Oh, I can see the like. Really cool that the REME have got their own emote as well. I might have a little gander into that. Is that on the REME Esports page? Ah, very nice. We got quite a heavy REME presence here, but we do have one or two RAC people who are too scared to pipe up at the minute. Cool, and I have brilliant news. We're going into game. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we're into the round. We're on Millsy at the minute. On to Rydog now. They're all so I can spot it straight away. Oh, we're about to see. Oh, there goes Meerkat straight away. So something I've noticed straight away is Ish is dead as well. Taken out by James. And we've got, so at the minute, we've got 2v2 situation with the, oh, and there we go, 3-2, it's a 2v1, Millsy versus Youngie and James. It looks like the Royal Armoured Corps are going to go for a heavy elimination victory. Also 1v1 now, and there, Youngie, excellent to see, clutching it there. I thought Youngie was going to get taken out there from the ambush, but absolutely repelled it with excellent, I can't think of the word now, excellent reaction. I'm just going to, reactive, I can't think of the word. I've gone monkey brain, unfortunately, everyone. I can't think of the words. But that's an excellent play of the game. But onto Rydog now. Onto Rydog, starting this next round. So first round straight away to the Royal Armoured Corps, who are playing the Spetsnaz, and we have the REME playing the CIA. But we'll carry on from there. So again, we've got quite like a bundling up at the direction towards the A point. Meerkat may be about to get wiped out there, but Techniques is ready for anyone to come around the corner. Techniques pushing it though. Dangerous there. It's a bit dangerous to push that far. On to James, just watching his lines of sights. Oh, and there goes Rydog getting third. Oh no, I was going to say that. We've had a triple elimination. It's just James versus the remainder of the REME. Oh my lord. That was an absolute turnaround. I completely missed that. 3 of the players were dropped. Meerkat, Youngie, and Sam Rich completely gone. Oh, and there it goes. There goes James. James taken out. Unfortunate. So that's the first round won for the REME. Well, second round won. Their first round won. That was an excellent grenade from Rydog. The grenade takes out Youngie. Just absolute brilliant play there from Rydog. Absolutely brilliant to see. But who will be the victor of this round, I wonder? I'm going to root RAC because I think the RAC are definitely stronger on the defense than the attack, as they don't have to worry about as much until the bomb is planted. But that is, again, a double-edged blade, because then you have more things to take into consideration of. You're constantly worried that the bomb could be planted at the wrong position, so you have 3 people at A, 1 at B, the person at B gets killed, and the remainder at A, waiting for the bomb to get planted at B. So it is always a bit of a tense game mode. Search and Destroy is definitely not one of them game modes I play for the fun of. This is a game mode that definitely stresses me out a bit. So it is good that the players here can keep their heads themselves level-headed most of the time. There we go. Oh, but we see Youngie, Meerkat, and Rydog are now out of the fight. Now 2v1 situation. Techniques, Ish, and Millsy. Oh, but Techniques with the double kill. Absolutely brilliant to see. Absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, of course it's your best play. Oh, that was just the issue there was spacing. If they're it's very bad there. Just unlucky with the lineup. There we go. We now go into our 4th round. We've got a lead now for the REME. James has picked up the bomb for the REC side. And we will see what's going on. It looks like we've got a 2 for the defense. We have a 2 versus 2, almost like a baseline. If you're looking at the bottom left of the screen now, it looks like we've almost got a baseline defense, a broad wall built by the REME. Ish taking the first kill of the match. No, Techniques and Ish taking out James and Sam. It's just Youngie and Meerkat remainder for the RAC. Meerkat onto Youngie. Youngie is in a bad situation here where he's positioned on the map. That centre area of the map, the metro, absolute horrible area. Metro entrance is a horrible area. I do not like the position on the map. It's far too open. As I say that, there goes Ish taking out Youngie. Not Youngie, sorry, Meerkat. So now it's Techniques, Ish, and Millsy versus Never Mind, and there we go. That is the 3rd round 1-4. I can see we got some favoritism in the chat for some of the players. Lovely to see. Very interesting calling cards, especially from Ish. Very interesting to see. Yeah, very nice. But there we go. That is we're going into our 5th round now with a 3-point lead for the REME. Yeah, Techniques was popping off on one. Absolute killer. Absolutely devastating. He didn't come back for the RAC side. Hurts me every day thinking about it. But straight away on to Rydog. Rydog being our bomb carrier. He's pushing here hard though. He's in a very naughty situation. If he pushes there, he will be taken out by Meerkat 9 times out of 10. So he has a magic turnaround. He's given away his position now, so Meerkat knows exactly where he is. But I say that Meerkat's gone. Ooh, that was a clean sweep from the REME. Jesus, that was rapid round. Tracking quickly and put down how quickly that round ended from start. Because I didn't see how quick that was. I think that was under 30 seconds that round ended. That was an absolutely rapid round. Now we go into round 6 now. 4 points up for the REME. Can they pull off that kind of magic again? Because that was absolutely ruthless from the REME. The REME seeming to be a unstoppable force so far. An absolute hammer and chisel style of play. It is incredible to see. So I know Techniques, I know Ish. I've never seen Millsy and Rydog play, but so far they have absolutely impressed. They've impressed me, to say the least. I'm assuming they're impressing the chat quite a bit, and the REME home players definitely know who these people are, so they know the skill level. Well, as I said, REME, Youngie's taken out Rydog, and James is taking out Techniques. Ish takes out James, Youngie takes out Ish, Millsy takes out Meerkat. That's Youngie versus Millsy. Who is going to be the winner here? Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. So straight away, we can see who is on the attack. Uh-oh, Youngie's going to be in a bit of a bad situation here. Mills is one to plant. Unless I'm incorrect. I believe... No, sorry. Youngie has to plant, so Youngie is at the disadvantage here massively. Youngie has to win this elimination because he's so short on time. He will not plant the bomb at this rate. Oh, but there goes Youngie. He just didn't have a chance to stand his ground there, and Millsy was waiting for him. He knew exactly where he's going to come from. We got to play the game with Youngie though earlier on. Rydog there, just a bit of lack of situational awareness. Unfortunately, see, takes out Ish with a very limited visibility on him. Now we're on match point, ladies and gentlemen. If the REME win this one, this will be their next map. This will be the second round one, and then they will go. We're going to our third round of checkpoint. Oh, sorry, control on raid. So are the RAC going to clean sweep return this, or are the REME going to end it right here? Let's find out. We've got a strong push from the RAC. We've got Meerkat throwing all of the equipment out early. Oh, but in return they sent it straight back. There goes Meerkat, but Meerkat's taken out. It's a 2v2. Ish versus Millsy. There's just Youngie left. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the REME second round won. My throat is in absolute pieces at the minute, but I'm loving this. This has been an excellent match for the REME there. That was incredible to watch. So I'm just going to take it off very quickly. That is 2 rounds, 1 for the REME so far. Yeah, I can see chat's absolutely exploding with the reams. Big REME terms there. That was an incredible round from REME. The RAC really on the back foot the entire time. They only won 1 round. They were really behind there. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, the RAC guys are hurting with me now. They're feeling it. I'm starting to get a bit doubtful of the RAC, but maybe the RAC can turn this around in our next map of control on raid. Hopefully that is the case. So we'll talk about the last matches again, just so if there's no one caught up just yet. So the last match the REME played was against the Signals, and they swept the Signals with 3-0 win. They might repeat that here with the RAC. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not the case. And the last match the RAC B team played in was against the Gunners back on the RAC Twitch last Tuesday or this Tuesday. I've lost the plot completely, ladies and gentlemen. Chat is not happy. But I'll just mention it as well. Again, we do have a few events happening tomorrow. We have the 1900. We've got it's not being broadcasted, the Solo Warzone event at 10 a.m. in the morning, GMT, British Standard Time. We have the armor-free Britain versus Estonia match, which I would highly recommend you come in to watch. We're going to have the Royal Yeomanry and the Scottish Northern Irish Yeomanry form as one team to challenge the Estonian Defence League team to a few matches, 3 rounds of armor-free on various game modes. So look forward to that tomorrow morning if you can join, if you can get involved. And once that stream concludes at 19:30, we will have the F1 inter-service competition. Again, I'm not the SME on that. I am very little knowledge on the F1, so check it out at 19:30 if you want to watch the F1. I know people love the F1. F1's quite a popular game. Not my sort of game though. It goes a bit too fast, too high speed, low drag for my style. I'm more of a high drag, low speed kind of man. But it's a devastating match there for the RAC. Absolutely devastating. Is this going to be a turnaround for the RAC? Are they going to pull this out of the bag and just turn it around? Hopefully that is the case, because I'm starting to get a bit worried myself. I'm starting to get a bit scared that we may not be able to turn this around. I've got the doubt in my back of my mind, but I know the ability of all these players, especially with James Youngie, Meerkat, and Sam. They're all very capable players, but they are against some very high skill players like Techniques, Ish, Millsy, and Rydog. I am starting to get slightly scared for the RAC side. We are now at 10-9. We should be starting our next match anytime soon if the players. Okay, cool. We're going to be hopping into our next match any second now. So, control. I went and did my homework for once because I came into the first control match and not a clue what was going on. So Control is quite a hard game mode. I know it's sparked up quite a lot of controversy with the CDL guys, especially. And I don't know what has happened with Black Ops Cold War completely, but they've completely turned every player on the head with the league play implemented instead of the standard CDLs. So a lot of things they're changing a lot of things up for Black Ops Cold War so far compared to last year with Modern Warfare. But Control has been quite a delicate subject for a lot of players. It is either a you love it or hate it game mode. So hopefully we will see an RAC victory here, because the RAC are quite formidable on Control, especially James, to my knowledge, because James was quite good with it when I've played it with him a couple of times. Same with Youngie and Sam. She's Meerkat here as well. Meerkat did it spectacularly well last time with the RAC. With the RAC play on Control on Checkmate, back when they played against the Gunners. And we transition into the game now there, ladies and gentlemen. So, Raid. A fan favourite map from Black Ops 2 that has been remastered to death. But people do love it. Okay. So, straight off the bat, it looks like we're going to have... Oh, I can't tell just yet, actually. I can't tell who's going to be on the attack initially. We've got the REME on the attack first and the RAC on the defence. That for the open area there, the circular road is quite a horrible position to take. But as we can see at the moment, oh, and as I say that, the REME have now got domination on that position. We've got Ish here on a brilliant line of sight to protect, but he's been flanked by Youngie. That wasn't Ish, that was techniques. Ish coming to take out Youngie now though. Oh, but Ish is in a bad situation. He took out one player, but was taken out by the other. Youngie is just defending that position to death, but now that they've committed so hard to it, now all of the REME are now on the beat point instead. Techniques on display as usual. Nothing changed there. There goes Millsy. Oh, and that is the B point secured. That was rapid from the REME. Jesus. Now is the hard part, trying to get on that A position. That A position is an absolute nightmare to secure. Just how open-sighted the position is. Oh, we're on to Velvet Thunder. I've just seen Velvet Thunder swapping out for, it looks like, Sam. Velvet Thunder being a strong control player, it looks like. There's been no swaps yet from the REME. The REME are pretty confident in their ability so far. I wouldn't disagree, they are doing quite well, but they're just struggling now to get onto that A point, because that A point is a horrible position to try and get control of. They are currently 6 lives down compared to the RAC. There goes Techniques. James is just dominating that position. Absolutely controlling the monument. Yeah, James is just refusing to let any of the REME players. James and Velvet Thunder just absolutely refusing to let anyone onto the A point. I'm starting to like our odds now for the RAC. I know the REME guys in the chat are going to hate me, but looks like we may actually have a victory out of this. Ooh, James has fallen back a bit. And as we see, we've got capture on the point. We've got such a strong hold. Behind the vat. Oh, there goes James. Oh, and as I say that, as I put my eggs in all in one basket, here comes the REME to completely throw it on its head. They're capturing at such a rapid rate. I think this is a REME victory. Oh, as I say that, it's contested. Oh, but there we go. That is the REME victory for the first round. Oh. That was an excellent round from the REME, especially how quickly they captured the B point. That was spectacularly fast. And then you see Rydog absolutely murking individuals. Who's the best team in the army? REME. I'm not liable to say that. Stay around for the entirety of the Lion League and find out who wins. So whoever wins Lion League Season 3, I think, for the COD side has got the bragging rights for that year. For the remainder until we go into a potential Season 4 eventually. Oh, we've got Millsy and Youngie for the long shots there. There goes Millsy. Now I think this is where it's going to happen. We're going to just see such a strong offense from each of the teams, so I think this may come down to eliminations at some point. At the moment, the REC just having a strong push onto the A point straight away. They're really determined to get this A point straight initially, because the A point is such a horrible position to try and take. It is quite a pain. Hopefully they can hold this position, but as we can see, Ish defended on the B point, maybe putting assets to place where they shouldn't be, but it's the risk I'm sure their team REME are now willing to take, just to make sure they don't start throwing them on their head, taking the B point, because it is better to force them to try and take multiple objectives at once, or at least divert forces to take different objectives, because then you can't concentrate as much on one as an individual. We're getting tight in the match now. We've got 35 seconds left in the round, and the REC have not yet even seen the objective. Oh, there's Rydog using a very good bit of situation awareness there, getting under the van. Oh, and we got Millsy taken out. Oh, double kill from Millsy there. Oh, and Ish turns on Meerkat. Absolutely spectacular to see. Oh, there goes Velvet Thunder. Oh, the REME is starting to make me quake in my boots. I'm starting to get worried. The REC are not going to win this. I'm starting to get a bit worried now. As we can see, it looks like the REC are now starting to focus a bit more on the B point. They're just struggling massively to take each point. We've got a second left, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the REME won their second round. REME are now on match point. If they win their next offense round, that will be it for tonight, and that will be REME first on the board for the Lions League for the remainder of this week until next week's matchups. Let's see what happens. Brilliant play from Millsy here as well. Absolutely brilliant. Almost with a 4-piece there. Just a good bit of situational awareness from Millsy. He knew exactly where they were coming from. Impressive to see. And now we're on to our final round, potentially, for the REME. We're going to end it quick here tonight. Let's find out. We've got 1:30 on the clock. The REME have got to take at least one objective to make this work. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and as I say that, James just takes out techniques and Ish. What a painful thing to see. But right now we've got Rydog in the position. Rydog holding his ground. I do have to say as well, I don't know if it's in-game or not. I believe when you get flashbanged in-game, it's a standard flashbang, but on the spectator cam, I don't know how it took us this many years as a people, as a species, to decide you shouldn't do that to the spectator. It gives us a warning logo to say they're flashbanged instead. But at the moment, the REC don't even look like they're trying to attack the A site. They've completely given up on the A site position, it looks like. They've just diverted all of their assets to defend B. So hopefully that card is going to play for them. But now the REME have now got 2 minutes on the clock to play with. Over 2 minutes to play on the clock. Here we go, Velvet Thunder's gone. Well, there goes Rydog at the same time. It is going to be a slugging match. An absolute fist fight to get onto this B point for the REME. Because I think this is exactly what the REC have planned for. They've gone, forget a fight for A, we're just going to defend B. But as I said, there goes James. Onto Rydog now. All the positions uncontested. Rydog clearing kitchen. Velvet Thunder, a bit precarious of his position. There we go. There we go. The REME are now on the point. They're capturing B. We're so close to the end of this match. It's getting scary now, but the REME have captured the first third of the bar. The REC have completely turned it around though. They've now on the defense. Rydog, excellent turn there, and they're all taking out my Meerkat with the high ground. It's starting to get precarious here. We've got 1:20 left in the match. And the REME haven't exactly captured that first third of the first. I can't think of it. The first part of the objective. I can't think of any proper terms for tonight. I'm absolutely going mad. Oh, but James is going to start decontesting the point. No, he goes straight for the bar. Oh, onto techniques now and onto Ish. James is just chilling in the cocktail bar, loving life. Make himself a brew while he's in there. And he's gone now. The position is completely uncontested, but there's Youngie clearing that spot. Oh, we've got 30 seconds left, and there's no respawns left soon. Oh, we're getting scary now. If the REME can win by elimination. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. That is the REME victory. Oh, I can see the absolute devastated tears from the REC guys. That was an excellent match. He's just left. He's done. But that was it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe how incredibly well the REME played tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion for tonight, that was a brilliant matchup for the REME. I'm thoroughly impressed how well they did tonight, especially rewatching the VOD as well, with them playing against the Signals. They have completely kept their consistency and their play style and their skill. It is incredible to see. I'm absolutely devastated for the REC, especially being REC and having the flag behind me and all. But I'm gutted. I'm really upset that he lost, but at the end of the day, the REME did such an incredible job. I have to actually I would take my hat off, but I've got an absolutely horrible haircut, and we've all got the COVID cuts in a minute. But that was just a spectacular match to watch. And I want to promote. And I just want to promote one more. I just want to promote it one more time before we end for tonight. We've got the Armour Britain versus Estonia match at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And we then have at 19:30 tomorrow, we have the F1 inter-service competition. So please make sure to look out for those streams on the British Army Esports page. And we've also got the 1900 solo Warzone event for the Lions League. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming by tonight. This has been a spectacular match, a brilliant match to watch and cast, and I assume the chat was loving it that whole time. So thank you all very much for tonight. Good night. And have a good weekend. Peace.
together, these patterns we use. There's a fire that burns deep inside, an energy they flow.